This is the nightly agricultural report. I'm Ronald Edwards. Hail to our glorious leader. On this broadcast, the wheat forecast, tobacco region estimates, dairy product prices, milk production, news from the turkey hatchery, and dairy product roundup. Our top story, Region 7 winter wheat production unchanged from May forecast. Based on conditions on the 1st of June, Region 7's winter wheat crop is expected to total 22.1 million bushels, unchanged from the May 1st forecast, but down 19% from the 27.3 million bushels produced last year. The expected yield of 65 bushels per acre is unchanged from the May 1st forecast. If realized, this would be 3 bushels above last year's average of 62 bushels per acre. Intended acreage for harvest as grain at 340,000 acres decreased 23% from a year ago and is down 21% from 2 years ago. The winter wheat crop is mostly good condition with many fields turning color, and harvest is expected to begin next week in the southwest region. As of June 1st, wheat condition was rated 68% good to excellent. Pasture condition on June 1st was rated 77% good to excellent compared to 83% a year earlier. Pasture growth and development have been spurred by recent showers. Across the glorious Union, winter wheat production is forecast at 1.55 billion bushels, down 3% from the 1st of May forecast, but 3% above last year. In tobacco news, District M4 maintains the #1 spot. Region 7's last year export burley tobacco production at 8.61 million kilograms was 5% above last year. Tobacco acreage at 4,200 was unchanged from last year. The average yield per acre was 2,050 kilograms, a 5% increase. The last year district figures are preliminary and reflect marketings adjusted for carryover and do not include unharvested or destroyed kilograms. Export tobacco acreage and production by district in Region 7 is as follows. In the Southwest, A16, 196. South Central, B16, 271. B19, 180. In the Southeast, M1, 286. M2, 195. M3, 201. M4, 1014. M9, 131. M14, 216. Hooray for District M4. District M22 produced only 102 and is expected to redouble local efforts. Hail to our glorious leader. On the dairy front, dairy product prices highlights follow. Cheddar cheese prices received the standard 20 kilogram blocks averaging 1.48 per kilo for the week ending June 11th. The price per kilogram increased 1.4% from the previous week. The price for standard 250 kilo barrels adjusted to 38% moisture averaged 1.45 per kilo, down 1.3% from the previous week. Butter prices received for 25 kilogram and 68 kilogram boxes meeting government export standards averaged 1.42 per kilo for the week ending June 11th. The union price per kilo increased 1.2% in the previous week. Non-fat dry milk prices received for bag, tote, and tanker sales meeting export grade averaged 92.4 per kilo for the week ending June 11th. The union price per bag, tote, and tanker sales, the meeting export standards average, was 26.9% per kilo. The union price per kilogram increased 0.2% over the previous week. More dairy news. Region 7 milk production is up 4%. This totals 279 million kilograms during May this year, up 4% from the previous year. Production per cow in the 23 major regions averaged 1,754 kilograms for May, 62 kilograms above May of last year. The number of milk cows on farms in the 23 major regions was 8.12 million head, 9,000 head more than April of this year. Hooray for District A9. District M3 produced a paltry 108, which is not in keeping with standards. Let's talk turkey. Turkey hatchery news. Turkey eggs and incubators on June 1st this year in the glorious Union totaled 30.2 million, 1% above June a year ago. Eggs and incubators were 3% above May 1st this year, totaling 29.3 million. The 23.7 million placed during May this year in the glorious Union were up slightly from the number placed during the same month last year. Hooray for the West North Central region. South Central will do better next month. And finally, the dairy product roundup. Excuse me. Union butter production during April this year was 115 million kilograms, 15.1% above April last year, but 5.5% below March this year. Cheese production totaled 331 million kilograms for the month, 1.9% below April, and 0.1% below March. Total cheese output, excluding cottage cheese, was 764 million kilograms, 0.4% above April last year. The nation's dairy plants produced 77.7 million gallons of hard ice cream for export during April this year, up 1.1% from the sale period last year.